So, before I do the actual Q&A part of this video, I feel as though that I should respond to the most common question / statement that you guys had for me, which is, will you do a face reveal / show us your face? And I feel as though that the only proper way to answer this is with this short video. So there you go guys, I hope you're happy, I hope you're 100% satisfied. I did actually have something planned with a Spider-Man mask. It was supposed to show up a few days ago, but it never appeared. The postman hasn't brought it to me. I actually went and tried to find one this morning. I went to Tesco's, Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, even went to Home Bargains. I could not find a Spider-Man mask. What world do we live in where a grown man can't buy a Spider-Man mask? But to answer your question seriously, nah, not at the moment. Maybe sometime in the future I'll do a face reveal, but for now, I quite like my anonymity. Let's get on to the Q&A, guys. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my very first Q&A. Thank you very much to all of you that decided to participate. I have a lot more questions here than I'm actually going to be able to answer. I think I ended up with somewhere a little over 1,000 comments on that video, most of which are questions, which is absolutely insane. So, I've picked about 20 or so questions, guys. Some are personal, some are Minecraft related, YouTube related, some are a little bit silly. We've got a nice little blend. I've combined some questions, I've ripped apart some questions, I've melded them together, but hopefully I'll be able to cover quite a lot of your questions this way. So without any further ado, let's get cracking, shall we? So, question number 1, and I think this starts us off perfectly. What's a Q&A? Well, my friend, Q&A is questions and answers. You asked me questions, and I tried to answer them. Question number 2, that first one was easy. Question number 2, what does TSMC stand for? Well, all the way back in October 2012, which answers another question, I started my YouTube channel, and I entitled it The Sickest MC, MCB Minecraft 360, and I absolutely hate that name, still hate that name, so I decided that when it was possible to actually change it, because I guess about a year ago they decided that you could change it, I changed it to TSMC. I just abbreviated it because I really did hate the Sickest MC 360, I really did. And I decided to go with TSMC, just abbreviate it, stick with something familiar, but I still don't like TSMC. And what does it stand for? Well, I guess, really it stands for, the Sickest Minecraft 360, but it could stand for anything. The Secret Marmoset Council, the Simultaneous Microphone, the Slim Magdalo Curry. No. Question number 3. How old are you? 21. That was easy. Question number 4. How long have you been doing YouTube? I have been doing YouTube since somewhere in the end of October 2012. I'm sure that it wouldn't be too much hassle to look up the video, but I don't think that that's massively important. I think that my first ever video that I uploaded was of a house tutorial, kind of like a quick build. It wasn't really a tutorial, it was just a sped up version of me making a house, and then I blew it up with TNT. It was a great time, I enjoyed it. And that was October 2012 at the end somewhere, so, I guess 2.5 years-ish is how long I've been doing YouTube, which is a really, really long time, guys. Oh, and you also asked me, where are you from? Well, I'm from the UK. Good old Britain, East Midlands if we want to get a little bit more technical, but that's as much as I'm giving up. Number 5. Do you play Minecraft on PC / will you ever be playing Minecraft on the PC? I do actually have Minecraft on the PC. I've dabbled with many mods in my own private leisure, and I've had a little bit of fun with it, but I don't think that Minecraft PC is for me at the moment. I really do enjoy just sitting down with a controller in my hands, in my chair. I like to pull this little lever here and just sit back and relax, I don't know, I don't get that with the PC. I do play games on the PC, which I'll get to later, but I like Minecraft as a very relaxing, just sit back, relax, and enjoy in my comfy chair experience. Question number 6. Oh, I'm glad you asked this one. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All of it. Question number 7. The biggest thing that I have ever built in Minecraft. Well, this is a toss-up, ladies and gentlemen. I've built many large things in Minecraft. A couple of things were collaboration projects with an old friend of mine. Some very, very large skyscrapers, things like that. We recreated the Twin Towers, the Shard. I helped do that. I didn't do the main work of it, I just kind of helped, but I put a lot of time and effort into it. An airport, we did a big giant gothic mansion which has appeared on the channel a couple of times. That's kind of huge. But solo projects that I've done are mainly pixel art, although I did build a very, very large dragon Viking ship all by my lonesome once. But I'll see if I can get images on the screen for all of those. I'm going to try and have stuff up on the screen whilst I answer these questions, maybe to just help along with the questioning. But yeah, I guess it's one of those solo projects. The biggest pixel art I've ever made would most definitely be my Space Invaders pixel art, because that was huge and it took me loads of hours to do it. Either that or my Pikachu. You guys can probably catch those in my Creative One World Tour. You'll be able to see those at the very end, some very large pixel arts. And like I said, the Dragon Viking ship, for something that's like actually a thing, that was based on like a Mega Block ship that I had when I was a kid, growing up with the blocks. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And if not, the Shard or the Twin Towers, those took hours upon hours upon hours. Those are huge. I wish I had access to them, but I don't. You know what? I might actually. I'll have to take a look sometime. I'll see if I can find them. I'll put them in the video if I can find them. Question number 8. What is your favorite build? Well, I guess if I had to nail it down, the builds that I've gotten the most satisfaction from are usually houses, although when I first built that Dragon Viking ship, it was the first huge project that I took up all by my lonesome, and I was very, very happy to finally have it done when I built it. It took somewhere in the region of 6 to 8 hours. It was really, really hard for me. It was probably like my second week in Minecraft. And it was absolutely fantastic. I loved building that. I still love that thing. Hopefully I'll be able to get footage for you guys. I'm sure I'll be able to manage it. But other than that, I mean, I like a lot of my houses. My favourite houses to do are theme houses. I really like trying to do those because the only problem with the theme houses is I usually get a little too hung up on the details of them. That's kind of why I haven't done the chum bucket yet, because I want it 100% perfect, and sometimes I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I want things just right, and I can't get that. But any of the SpongeBob houses, Family Guy, Simpsons, they're among my favourites. I love all of my creations, like children. Question number 9. Who is your favourite YouTuber? Me, I am, excluding yourself. Oh, excluding me. Well, I don't really have a particular favourite YouTuber. I'm so bad at answering these questions, guys. I'm sorry, I can't commit to a favourite, but I don't really watch anybody religiously anymore. Back in, like, 2010, 2011, maybe even pre those years, I used to watch COD channels almost religiously. I had, like, 7, 8, 9 guys I used to watch every single day, and it was fantastic, but ever since I've gotten a little bit older and I've kind of got into it myself, I watch more casually, and it's not usually stuff that you guys might be into. I watch a couple of LOL YouTubers. I like CivHD, Trick2G, he's pretty cool. Always cracks me up. I like some animation channels as well. Harry Partridge's got a pretty good series, a very short series that he needs to get cracking on with. Oni Cartoons, he's hilarious. There's another guy I'm missing. His name's like Gozanim, you guys might know. These are all pretty big guys, I'm sure that you might know them. And there's a vlogger that I kind of watch on and off. I think his name is pronounced Casey Neistat. He's kind of like a filmmaker by trade. He used to do, or maybe still does, adverts and stuff, and he's recently, over the past couple of months, been getting into daily vlogs, and they're just really interesting. They're really artistic, and he's a really likable guy. He's got some really interesting philosophies, so I hope that answers the question a little bit, but my favourite YouTuber is me. Question 10. What is your favourite movie and where are you from? I've already answered it, but Britain, East Midlands. What is your favourite movie? Well, I can't nail down favourites, guys. I like a load of stuff. I like a broad range of films. Anything superhero, I suppose, would have to be my favourite. I absolutely love superhero films. That's why you see so much of it on the channel. That's why there's so many hero-related pixel arts and statues and builds. I love them. Always have. Ever since I've been young, I've always been into them. Cartoons, always watched them. The original Spider-Man series, X-Men, anything I could get my hands on. Daredevil, Batman, I've watched so many incarnations of Batman, it's unbelievable. They seem to throw out a new one every year. Justice League, I love anything superhero, so I would say the whole superhero genre as a collective for my favourite movie. Question number 11. If Apple made a car, would it have windows? No, it'd be shaped like a giant apple. Question number 12. What do you do in your spare time and why? I'm glad you asked. I like to spend most of my time playing Minecraft, recording Minecraft, editing Minecraft, and then uploading it. But when I'm not doing that, although seriously, a lot of my day does revolve around that, I also enjoy going to the gym a lot. I'm kind of into powerlifting, have been for about a year and a half now. It's a numbers game, I enjoy that, nice and easy to monitor progress. I really enjoy cycling. I used to be a religious cycler, go out every single day for at the very least an hour, usually 2, maybe even more if I was tempting the gods. I also very much enjoy indoor cycling as well, since my bike keeps breaking on me. It's a pretty expensive bike and it just keeps rustling my gym jams. Every week there's a new problem, you know. I'm considering burning it, quite frankly, but I like to sit here on my spin bike. Can you guys hear this? I'm not sure if you can hear the big giant wheel rotating, but I like to sit in front of my computer, watch a little bit of YouTube, maybe watch some Game of Thrones if I have it. I'm still waiting on episode number 5. Watch whatever's on, and I enjoy doing that. I also enjoy drawing a lot. Drawing's very therapeutic for me. I'm terrible at it, awful at it, but I do enjoy that. And then anything beyond that, I guess, I just do the same things that everybody else does. You know what, I actually got asked another question which ties into your question quite a bit. So question 12.5. What games do you like to play other than Minecraft? Also, what got you into Minecraft? Well, I will answer both of those. So, games that I'm actually playing currently and games that I enjoy are two very different things. So, games that I'm actually playing currently, I like to play League of Legends. I usually play it every day, between 1 and 3 games. I like frees, I don't like doing 5v5. Frees last anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes, and they kind of limit how irritated you can get because of it. What I get out of League is actually very similar to what I get out of parkour. They give you both ends of the emotional spectrum. At one moment you can be 100% completely calm and content, and somebody can just flip a switch and you can go from content to 160, which is absolutely furious, and you can want to throw your monitor out of the window within seconds. Maybe that's a personality defect on my part, but I get the very same thing from playing parkour on Minecraft and playing League. So I'm always playing a little bit of League, usually have at the very least a match a day. I'm also usually playing some form of MMO, albeit very casually. I know, filthy casual. I've been playing World of Warcraft on and off from the age of 13 and a half, maybe 14, played very seriously all the way from the end of Classic through Burning Crusade, all the way through Wrath of the Lich King, and I stopped very early on in Cataclysm, and from there I've just been playing it on and off. But it is a game that I always do usually go back to. I went back to it very recently, as a matter of fact, but there's always usually some form of MMO that I am playing casually. I mean, in between Star Wars The Old Republic, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, there's always something like that going on. And other games that I'm actually playing, other than that and Minecraft, really only mobile games, because I don't know, I used to enjoy, this is going to the used to part, I used to really enjoy Call of Duty. I used to sink many hours into that game, absolutely loved it, but if I'm playing on my console for whatever reason, I feel as though I should be on Minecraft, if you guys can understand that. But games that I also used to enjoy when I was younger, I used to enjoy the Final Fantasy series heavily. 1 through 9 were my favourites. Enjoy Kingdom Hearts No End, used to enjoy Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. I'm sure that there's many other games that I'm missing out, but those are the big ones that immediately come to mind. So, oh, also, what got you into Minecraft? You also asked that, Gummy Bear Games. Thank you for commenting on the video, and as I responded to you, I wasn't sure if you were still subscribed to me. If you guys enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's statues, I get this request a lot, head all the way over to Gummy Bear Games channel, and I'm sure that you will be pleasantly surprised by the variety and the amount and the quality of his Five Nights at Freddy's statues. I think I'll leave a link in the description of my video for his channel, just in case I butchered his name. I'm liable to do that. But what got me into Minecraft? A friend got me into Minecraft, probably about a month or so before Creative came out, maybe even 3 weeks, maybe even 2 weeks. Again, I'm a little fuzzy with dates and names and figures and stuff. Got me into Minecraft, played a little bit of survival. You had the glitch where you could like have an infinite amount of blocks using a furnace, so we just built stuff. Never really been massively into survival, that's why it took me so long to do it. So even when you had to play on survival to build things, it wasn't the same. It was just, you know, completely peaceful. We were just duplicating items, and we made some really cool stuff. I really wish I had the world that I started off in. It's not a particularly great world, but it's kind of funny to see how far things have progressed along from what I was building all the way back then to what I'm building now. I really wish I had it, and I realize that I've been talking for an incredible amount of time, guys, and we should move on to the next question, shouldn't we? Question number 13. This is a barrage of questions, and the reason that I picked this is because of your avatar. I like Banjo and Kazooie. How old are you? 21. Are you married? No. What's your favorite color? Red. What's your favorite animal? Bear. Candy or chocolate? Why would you have to pick one? How old were you when you first got your Xbox 360? I was late to the Xbox game. I was PS3 for a while. What is your ideal pizza? Barbecue kebab. If you had a pet dragon, what would you call it? Sniffles. What do you like to have on your pancakes? I don't eat pancakes, I eat bacon. McDonald's or KFC? Oh god, just shoot me, I'm not picking. How did you learn how to build such amazing things on Minecraft? Persistence. Persistence, persistence, persistence. Question number 14. For how long have you been doing YouTube, and are you planning on playing something else instead of Minecraft? I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years now, and am I planning on playing anything else? No, probably not. Not anytime in the foreseeable future. I very much like Minecraft. This is a Minecraft only channel, and if I did consider playing another game, if I got proficient enough and had enough passion for another game that I wanted to play and upload it, it'd probably be on another channel, unless of course Minecraft somehow lost its popularity and you guys didn't want to see it anymore, and things lined up. Question number 15. This is another barrage of questions, I like these. Number 1. How long does it usually take to make, edit, and render a video? Depends on the type of video. Let's say it's a 10-minute parkour video. That could very well, start to finish, end up taking me anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. It might take between 3 and 5. It kind of depends how much I mess up, how much editing is required. It's all relative. A statue tutorial probably takes anywhere between an hour, 2 hours. Pixel art, depending on the length, again, probably a little shorter, probably between like 45 and an hour and a half, and anything else in between, I guess you can kind of gauge it with the previous answers. What recording / editing softwares do you use, and do you recommend them highly? Yeah, I recommend what I use highly. I use Audacity to record the voice into my microphone that's plugged into the computer. I'm tapping it now, which is a Rode Podcaster. I use Sony Vegas to edit my videos, and I use an Elgato to record. I don't know what particular variety of Elgato I use, I just know that it's the most expensive one. So if you went onto Amazon, found whatever's the most expensive, that's the one I'm using. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. But it's the Elgato, like game capture software, something like that. Type that in and you'll be able to find it, no problem. How do you get your ideas of homes and pixel arts and stuff? Homes, they usually come they're usually inspired by something that actually exists. Usually in fantasy, not in reality. Usually that something exists, like Simpsons house, SpongeBob, stuff like that, cartoons. Everything else is kind of just like pulled out of my mind. Sometimes I'll go on Google Images and just type in houses and be like, okay, sure, we can make something like that. Pixel art and stuff, that's been requests for a really long time, but I do have a basis with the pixel arts. Like anything that's from Minecraft I like to make, anything Pokemon I love, anything superhero related I love to make, and everything else is just expanded on there. Was it hard to stay motivated in the beginning? If so, do you have any tips for newcoming YouTubers? No, it wasn't hard to stay motivated in the beginning, because I had a little bit of success early on, like within the first, I think I got lucky with when I started YouTube. I started in 2012, October, and that's roughly when Creative came out on Xbox, so that's when everything was starting to get rolling, and it was really the perfect time for someone like me to do what I like to do, which is just make stuff. I started seeing subs roll in every day, and it started climbing and climbing, and it's a very addictive experience. YouTube is almost as much of a game as Minecraft is. It's really, really fun, and especially if you see a little bit of a success, you really want to see it continue, and you want to see it climb, and it's not hard to stay motivated if you're a motivated person. Motivation comes from within. Number 5, why is your voice so soothing to me? Well, I don't know. I think it's because I drink honey. Question number 16. Will you be collaborating with anybody on YouTube sometime soon? Well, I hadn't planned on it, but I absolutely would. I'd love to collaborate with some people on YouTube. I mean, it'd have to be mutually beneficial to us, I'd think, and we'd obviously have to get along. I don't think I'd be able to record with somebody who I could only pretend to like, but most Minecraft YouTubers seem to be pretty down to earth, pretty level. I'd absolutely consider playing with some people on YouTube. Why not? I'm sure that we could make some pretty cool videos. I've got a load of maps which really aren't meant for one player. I've got a load of speedrunning maps and some adventure maps which would probably just be more fun with more people, but I hadn't thought about it, and that's mainly just because most of my content, like 99% of it, all the way up until very, very recently, has been solo player content. It's just been tutorials. Question 17. Dear TSMC, will you ever do any minigame let's plays, hide and seek, TNT run, etc.? Also, will you ever with subs? Well, I'm really glad that you've asked those questions, because I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Ever since I've been getting into my adventure maps, my parkour and what have you, I found that I've been downloading a load of maps which really aren't suitable for just one person. A lot of them are mini games which require a group of friends or even just one other guy. Which leaves me with a predicament. I can either go out there and make friends, which is highly unlikely, unless of course YouTubers out there who are also doing mini games and would like me to participate. Similar size preferably, it'd have to be mutually beneficial. If you could contact me via my business email, which is on the channel, that would make things a hell of a lot easier for me. But what's a more likely scenario is I've been thinking about doing maybe like a sub Sunday or a sub Saturday, probably sub Sunday, I like the sound of it, where sometime during the week, probably, I could get a few of you guys in, if you were into it, and we could just do some of these minigames that I've been downloading. I've got a load of speedrunning ones, I've got some just general minigames, like there's this zombie map that I've got, which has got about 50 minigames. I've got this Mario map, which has got like 4 or 5, but they seem really fun, very well done. And I've got loads more, which I really haven't investigated. They're the only ones that I've looked into, but I've been thinking about doing a sub Sunday, so yeah. I don't know what TNT run is though, by the way, but that sounds hilarious. Question number 18. What would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist? I get a lot of variances of this question. What would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist? What are you going to do in 5 years when YouTube's dead? What are you going to do here? What are you going to do there? What would you do? I don't really have answers for these questions. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, what would you be doing in 5 years' time? An unlikely answer from me would have been climb the YouTube ladder, playing Minecraft, making tutorials. So I find it a really difficult question to answer just because everything's so unpredictable. So I can't really answer it. I don't know what I'd be doing if YouTube existed. Working in Tesco's, mattress engineer, hot air balloon operator, who knows? Anything could happen. Question number 19. What do you want to achieve in life? Oh, that's immortality. What? Immortality, plain and simple, that's all I'm after. As soon as I can transfer my brain into a robot, it's gonzo for me. Question number 20. This is the most serious question I've had so far, and this isn't very well written, so bear with me. Can you eat a hamster, then pour acid down your ear, and then get a guy from Craigslist to come and beat the crap out of, then jump out a 3 stories tall V, and then go on the run from the FBI, please? Now, the comments, the responses to that cracked me up. That's why I'm reading that. And this is where I'm going to cut off this Q&A, guys. I think I managed to answer about 20 questions, which is great because I love the game 20 questions. I didn't manage to get to all of you, obviously, because thousands of questions came in, but I think I managed to get quite a broad range. Not all of your questions were exactly like the ones that I answered, but I think that I probably managed to cover as broad as broad a surface as I'm going to with the 20 that I answered, other than the silly ones, of course. But, yeah, hopefully you guys like this. Judging from how many of you actually ask questions, I'd be willing to do another one of these if the demand was there, but this wouldn't be a weekly or even 2-weekly thing. I think I'd probably do one of these every month, so maybe if this video gets good ratings, if you guys want it, I'd consider doing another Q&A, and I might set that up next month, but we'll have to see, won't we? We'll see what the future brings. It's all about waiting. It's all about seeing. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will leave you with this.